All right, everybody, what's up? Good evening. Michael Edward here, your favorite head trader from True Trading Group. How's everybody doing today? Another crazy day in the markets. Looking forward to another solid live stream with all you guys. So, guys, yeah, I'm going to, just like we always do when we do all the live stream stuff, I'm going to start off with a blanket Q&A session for a couple of minutes. But what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is a few very important things. We're going to discuss the coronavirus update. All right, what's going on in the rest of the world? What's going on in the United States? The update on the virus itself. But there was a lot of economic stimulus today. A lot of economic stimulus today from both the Fed, and there's also a lot of talks coming out of the U.S. government, the Treasury Department. So some fiscal stimulus on the table here. We're going to talk about all of it. All right, we're going to talk about all of it. And I've got a special announcement that I'm going to be making for all of you. Actually, a couple announcements now that I think about it. We have a couple of really, really nice announcements kind of about True Trading Group, about the community, and about how we can take advantage of this market environment. I'm also going to be discussing here opportunities that I see both short term and in the long term. So I have started adding to my long-term portfolio stuff. So my long-term stuff, I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that. I've gotten a lot of questions from people both on YouTube, also on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, my handle is at MikeEdward_TTG. Give me a follow on Twitter. But I've gotten a lot of questions from people about, is this a buying opportunity? Should I be adding to stocks at this level? And so I felt it was a great time for me to start talking about that because I have begun adding. I will not be going in full force, going in big right away. I will be taking my time averaging into these positions because I don't think there's any rush. But I'm going to discuss with you guys some long-term opportunities that I see in the market, but then also some near-term opportunities where I think the SPY is going and how we can take advantage of it while all of this stuff unfolds with the coronavirus. So with that said, I'm going to we'll do about 15, 20 minutes or so, guys, of Q&A. Give some time for people to log on, just like I start off all the live streams. So go ahead, guys, shoot. The floor is now yours. Ask me, whatever questions that you guys want to discuss, whether it's coronavirus, what's going on with the Fed and the U.S. government, whatever it is that you guys want to discuss. Just go ahead and ask me some questions, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out and answer your questions to the best that I can before I get into kind of the information that I want to share with you today. What do I think of gold? Chad, good question. What do I think of gold? I actually traded gold today. If you guys caught the video that I posted a couple hours ago, we had a nice bounce back in gold today. I think gold is going to do very well over the next year or so. Gold took a hit in the last couple of days because there was just a blanket liquidation in the overall markets. There was a lot of leverage in the markets that had to become unwound. Margin calls, there was just some basic, just flat liquidation. So when you have market panics like that, a lot of times, things don't trade within correlation like they normally would because it's just a blanket liquidation and attempts to raise cash. So that's what you saw in gold over the last couple of days. Gold falling even while the market was falling. Usually it's the other way around. But I traded the bounce today in gold through the ETF JNUG. If you guys missed that video, make sure you go check it out. I just posted a couple hours ago about my trade in JNUG today. We were long at $11.08, and I sold the bulk of that position at $12.75. I do believe gold is, especially during times like we're in now, I do think gold should be in everybody's long-term portfolios, at least a piece of it. but I do think gold will do well over the next year, possibly longer. All depends on how bad things get with the state of the U.S. and the global economy as well. What do I think about silver? Ali, actually, I like silver too. I like gold better. Gold is the safer play, in my opinion. It's the lower risk reward play. Silver is a higher risk reward play. Um, so I think you have the potential of bigger gains in silver, but you have less potential of downside in gold. So it just depends on how aggressive that you want to be with it. But I think precious metals as a whole, as far as platinum, gold, and silver, I think will do well. Copper, be careful with copper, guys. Copper has really gotten beaten up because as economic growth slows, there is less need for copper. So less construction and all that type of stuff. Copper usually tends to lag. So I think gold and silver will both do well. It's just I think gold is a little bit more of the conservative route. Silver will be a little bit more aggressive. Francis, that is an excellent question. Francis asks, I think oil will sell off more, but do you think oil stocks like Exxon will put in a bottom before the rest of the market? I'm debating putting on a swing trade in the next week, perhaps futures. Okay. Oil is a funny situation because what's going on with oil is a double whammy. Oil got hit because of the economic slowdown due to the coronavirus. That was the initial hit on oil prices, and obviously that hurts oil companies. But then you have the price war with Saudi Arabia and Russia. That was the double whammy on oil, and that's when oil dropped below $30. The thing that's tricky about oil stocks, and Francis, I'm thinking the opposite of what you're thinking. And let me explain to you why I think this way. I think the market will bottom before oil stocks, or at least I think the market will recover before oil stocks. Let me tell you my thesis behind that. There is no reason for Russia or Saudi Arabia to stop this price war. They're both profitable at these price points in oil. The only people that are not profitable at this level is the United States. The United States is kind of the innocent bystander that is affected by a Saudi Arabia-Russia price war. OPEC went to Russia, said we're going to cut oil production to stabilize the price of oil because the economic slowdown due to the coronavirus was affecting the price of oil. So if demand is going down, the way to stabilize prices is to cut supply. OPEC went to Russia, said, let's cut supply. Russia said no. Saudi Arabia didn't like that because you can really only stabilize global oil prices if all the global oil production leaders follow suit with each other and act in unison. So Saudi Arabia said, okay, Russia, well, screw you. Because now it becomes a market share issue. If Russia is not going to cut production, but Saudi Arabia is, that means Russia can sell more oil and they can take away market share because Saudi Arabia's lower production will be spoken for. It'll be sold a lot quicker because it's a less lowering their supply to meet the lower demand. So it becomes a market share issue. So Saudi Arabia cut their price of their oil and increased their production. That is what caused the huge drop in oil prices. Oil dropped like 30% in a single day. All right. Now, the reason why I don't think oil is going to recover anytime soon is because Russia and Saudi Arabia don't need to. Okay. The United States needs oil to go back up. Russia and Saudi Arabia don't need oil to go back up. Most U.S. shale companies lose money below $45 to $50 a barrel. Russia and Saudi Arabia are still profitable. So I think it's going to take the administration in the United States to intervene and try to get Russia and Saudi Arabia to come to some type of agreement. That means sanctions on. Trump is not focused on Russia and Saudi Arabia with oil. He's focused on the coronavirus and the state of the U.S. economy. So that is his number one focus at this point in time. And I think that it will not be until the coronavirus is under control and the US economy is stable that Donald Trump will then go to, and his next priority will be oil prices and getting involved between Russia and Saudi Arabia. That's why I think that that regular equity market, I think, will bottom first, or maybe even if it doesn't bottom first, I think it will recover first, and then I think you'll see oil prices rebound after that, because oil prices will rebound once economic growth is stimulated, but that's not going to happen until the coronavirus situation is settled. And then even once economic growth is stimulated, you're still going to have this lingering, looming headache of the price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia. So I think it'll be a cause and effect. The coronavirus is under control, the economy starts to recover, oil prices start to recover, but not fully because of this price war. The US gets involved, they come to some type of an agreement, and then oil prices rebound. That's what I think is going to be the course of action, the timeline for these events. We'll see if I'm right, but that's my theory. My lowest target on the SPY. Oh, Hannes, good question. My lowest target on the SPY. I think we do go lower from this point. I think we have to at least test 2018's low, which is right around 233. But my real bottom that I'm looking at, guys, on the SPY is right here. Like 210 to 213, which is this previous massive resistance from 2015 and 2016. These are the previous all-time highs from 15, 16 that could not be broken for 2 years. And when we finally did break it in the middle of 2016, we pulled back in and tested it. In the end of 2016, it held support, and then we continued higher. This is my bottom line where I think the market bottoms out eventually. You do have a support level that people are watching right here, which is the December 2018 low. We probably, pause around this area for a little bit, but I think we violate the 2018 low. But I think, I'm seeing people calling for like 170, 160. I do not think we are going to go that low. I think the lowest target that I have is this 212, 213, 210, right around this area, which are these previous highs from 2015, 2016. Okay, that's kind of my bottom area. And what I'm doing now in my long-term stuff, which we'll talk about later on this live stream, is I'm starting to add to my long-term portfolio at the December 2018 low. And if we break below it, I will continue to add down in this region as we get closer to the 2015, 2016 prior highs. Okay, that'll take us almost to like a 50 Fibonacci retracement level from the 2008 low. That puts us at a real nice technical level on the SPY, and that's kind of the level that I'm going to be watching in the overall markets on the SPY. Well, Sam says my 401k took a big hit. What do you advise me to do? First, Sam, first and foremost, I am not a licensed financial advisor, so any long-term investment advice, I do recommend you contact a licensed financial advisor. But I can tell you what I'm doing. Okay. And you have to consider timetables because I'm young. I'm about to turn 35, so I'm not retiring anytime soon. So I'm not worried about liquidating my IRA, my long-term investment accounts. I am adding to my long-term investment accounts because if you ask me, Mike, in 1 year, 2 year, 3 years from now, do you think the market's going to be higher than where we are today? Absolutely. I think the market will be higher than where we are today in 3 years from now. Okay, so now, if you're retiring in a year, then you might have a different, you might want to do something different, maybe go into a little bit safer investments like bonds rather than leave yourself exposed to, which is by far the most volatile market I've ever seen in my entire career. This market's more volatile than what I even saw in the 2008 crash. For those of you that don't know who I am, I traded at a hedge fund in 2008 when we had the Great Recession and the Great Stock Market crash, where we lost over 50% value in the stock market in just a couple of months. I traded through that, and that was when I won Trader of the Year for actually having a positive 36% return on my portfolio while the markets fell over 50%. But this volatility is even crazier than what I saw in 2008. The moves are so much bigger, even percent wise. To see the markets move 10, 11, 12, 13% in a single day is just crazy. 2008, we didn't even do that. 2008, we were moving 8, 9% in a single day. And the moves were not as large as what they are now. I was at the hedge fund right out of college. I was at the hedge fund for about 3 years, right out of college. Right out of college, AJB Soccer asked how many years was I at the hedge fund. And then in 2009, the hedge fund closed along with 50% of all other hedge funds. So the entire hedge fund industry, 50% of all active hedge funds in 2008, 2009 closed. Oh, yeah. Rand asks, do I make option videos? Yeah, all the time. I trade options all the time. I'm an equities trader first, but I also trade options all the time. There's actually an entire section on the YouTube channel, Rand, for options trading. So in the library on YouTube, there's a whole section just specifically for options. In the last couple of weeks, we've had some big option trades, trading SPY options. Oh, Benison Lee asks what my thoughts are on Bitcoin. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. I am a notorious Bitcoin bear. I hate Bitcoin. I think it's worthless. I don't think it will ever have global commercial use. I think their cryptocurrency will. I think the world will transition into a cryptocurrency eventually, but it won't be Bitcoin. I think it'll be a currency that the World Bank, the central bank, the Federal Reserve, the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, like all the major banks around the world, Bank of America, JP Morgan, like it's going to be some type of system that they control. They're not just going to rely and integrate a foreign, unregulated, uncontrolled currency like Bitcoin, and they're not just going to make that a global based currency. I just don't ever see that happening. It's cool because Bitcoin was kind of first to the party and it's the one that everybody knows. It's the most liquid, but I can't wrap my head around the future use for Bitcoin. A lot of people disagree with me. That's what makes a market. You need someone to buy, you need someone to sell. I love blockchain. I think blockchain technology has the potential to be the most disruptive technology since the creation of the internet. I love blockchain technology. I just hate Bitcoin. Yep, Rand, we have an entire course. We have an entire course dedicated to options trading on the website. There's a part of the curriculum on the website. As a TGD member, you have access to our entire curriculum, all of our courses, and there's one entire course just based on options trading. I don't think so, Fausto. Short term, maybe in the sense that it holds for a couple days, if that. But I think that I don't think a bottom is in yet. No. Oh, X Jin, what's up, man? How are you? Oh, just me. Good. Josme 96. Good question. How do I know to focus on options or small caps that day? Um, you know, I haven't really been focusing much on small caps right now because you don't need to. There's so much volatility in the broader markets. You're having large cap stocks moving 20% in a single day. You have the SPY moving 11% in a single day. There's so much volatility out there where you're seeing SPY options move 300% in a single day, 500% in a single day. That is where my focus has been in the overall markets. I've been trading TVIX a lot. TVIX has gone from $50 to $600. I've been trading that a lot. I've been trading SPY options. You have to know what's in play. And that's why I teach all of our TGG members not to be one-trick ponies. You need to be a diversified trader if you want to have long-term consistency and long-term success. You can't just trade small caps because small caps get hot and small caps get cold. And when small caps get cold, you better be able to go and make money somewhere else. And that's why, I teach all of our members to make money in small caps, mid caps, large caps, options, ETFs, futures. When you get a real professional general education, you can apply it to multiple asset classes and various trading strategies. It's not just like, hey, here's a gimmick, like here's this special little gimmick that works on penny stocks or something like that. It's a general market education that you can use for penny stocks, for small caps, for mid caps, large caps, options, etc. You can use it on across all planes. We have TGG members that trade OTCs, TGG members that trade small caps, mid caps, large caps, futures, crypto. We have TGG members that trade everything, guys, and that's the difference between a professional education on trading and understanding real price action and a gimmick. A gimmick will work for that specific gimmick. It's not something that you can apply to various asset classes. Oh, Hannes, yeah, man. Boeing was good today. I love Boeing in front of 100. I added Boeing. I added to Boeing in my long-term portfolio today at 106.34 was my fill. We could go lower. Boeing could very well go lower, but I love Boeing in front of 100. If it drops to like 85, I'll buy more. Rakan, good question. What do I think about the idea of a V-shaped recovery after the coronavirus dies out? I think people are wishful thinking. I don't think we V bottom. I think we U-shaped bottom. I think we U bottom is what I think. I don't think a V-shaped bottom. For those of you that aren't familiar with what that is, this is a V-shaped bottom. What you saw at the end of 2018, that's a V-shaped bottom, literally because it looks like a V. Okay, it's a sharp decline lower and a sharp move higher. I don't think we get that type of a recovery because when our economy is running at full steam like it was, and it comes to a grinding halt, damage is done, and it takes time for that damage to be unwound. All of the economic stimulus you're seeing from the Federal Reserve and from the U.S. government, that economic stimulus is not an immediate jolt. It takes time for that stimulus to filter and work itself through the economy. So I do not think we're going to have a V-shaped recovery. I think we go into a recession for 2, maybe 3 quarters, and then I think we start to recover. Earliest I think we recover is Q4 of this year, and possibly going into next year. But eventually, guys, we will recover. And that's really the point of what I'm going to talk to you about later in this live stream is opportunity that I see near term and also long term. Bo asks, can I please talk about AMD and Microsoft long-term investments? What levels am I looking at? Bo, these levels. I added to AMD and Microsoft last week in my long-term portfolio. Diego asks, what do I think about NVIDIA and AMD, the chip sector? I love the chip sector. I love semiconductors, guys. I love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. As technology advances, as AI advances, virtual reality advances, all of those chips are going to have broader and broader and broader and broader uses. I love the chip sector. AMD is one of my favorite long-term investments. I own a lot of AMD, and I just added to it last week. Yeah, sure. California asks, can you explain quarters? It's just a time frame. It's 3 months. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. There's 4 quarters in a year. It's just broken up in time. But guys, I'm telling you, this is the best opportunity that I've seen since 2008. this is the best opportunity I've seen since 2008. I think, and that's what prompted me to make this live stream, because I started adding to my long-term portfolio. This volatility for the near term provides you with tremendous opportunity, because stocks and markets are making moves that are so big. I've never seen stocks move the way that they're moving now, which provides you with tremendous opportunity during the day. And I think that this sell-off is the biggest opportunity of my generation. I wish I had the financial means that I have today back in 2008. Let me put this into perspective for you. In 2008, we were 24 to 48 hours away from a complete banking system collapse. In 2008, you were about 48 hours away from going to the ATM machine and nothing coming out. Banks were going bankrupt. We were about 48 hours away from that moment in 2008. That's not what's happening right now. Banks are in a really good position. But even with that doomsday scenario in 2008, let's go back in time. Let me show you a chart of the SPY in 2008. There's 2008. Looks like a blip on the radar. Look at what the market has done since 2008. This was the end of the world. It looks like a blip on a radar screen now that you see what the markets have done afterwards. I wish with every ounce of blood in my body that I had the financial means that I have today back in 2009, that I could have deployed a lot more capital. I still invested in 2009, but nowhere near as much as I would have loved to. Okay, I was still a young kid. I made a nice living for myself working at the hedge fund. I did really well. I had a nice chunk of change. I invested it, but I have a lot more now. And that is why I think that this is a once in a generation opportunity to build true wealth in the stock market. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I'm watching the markets collapse, guys, and it's like I'm sitting here and I'm watching TV and I'm reading all these doomsday headlines. Everybody's panicking. I wake up every morning like a kid in a candy store, because not only do I get to benefit from the SPY and the Dow moving 2,000 points in a single day, which provides you as an active trader endless opportunity, but I get to buy really good quality stocks and companies at massive discounts. When the markets go lower, I don't really get upset. Everybody else gets upset. I don't get upset. I just buy the TVIX. I buy SPY put options. I short a bunch of stocks. We make a lot of money intraday. And then at the same time, as we reach major support levels, I add to my long-term portfolios. That's what's going on right now. And if you don't have the right education, you're going to get caught up in the hype on TV. You're going to panic. You're going to sell stuff. You're going to stay out of the market when right now you should be in the market. This is what I share with all of our members in True Trading Group. I thrived in 2008. I won the Trader of the Year award in 2008, mostly because I was short the financials. Okay. As all the banks were going down, I was shorting all of them. I was long oil when oil ran to $150 a barrel. All of this happened over that same year time period. So I know how to make money during stock market crashes. I know how to identify opportunities short-term and long-term. And that's why I wake up every morning right now with a smile ear to ear. I don't care if we're down 2,000 points tomorrow. I got a smile ear to ear, because that means I'm buying the TVIX. I'm buying SPY put options. I'm shorting large cap stocks. I'm shorting mid cap stocks. And I'm looking for, what stock am I going to add in my long-term portfolio? That's the stuff and the education that you need to learn to navigate a market like this. It's why I just put out a couple weeks ago a brand new course for our TGG members that is all about, literally, the title of the course is How to Survive and Thrive During a Stock Market Crash. You know what? I challenge each and every one of you. I'm challenging each and every one of you right now. If you have $3,000 in your trading account, I challenge you right now to invest $1K in yourself, get a true professional education, and turn $2,000 into $10,000 within 6 months. If you have $500 in your trading account, I challenge you to turn that $500 into $3,500 within 6 months. Learn a skill that can set you up for the rest of your life. Guys, you may think that that sounds crazy. This is not anything to hype or sales pitch or blow smoke up your ass. This is literally the returns that people are seeing when you have the SPY and the Dow moving around as much as they are. Boeing moved 25% today. The Dow moving 3,000 points in a single day yesterday. These returns they're real. Okay, they are real. The TVIX went from $50 to $600. Let me pull that up for you. Some of you may not even know what the hell the TVIX is. Look at this. Do the math. This was a $50 stock. It's at $600. Not in a year, not in 3 years, in a month. If you don't know what you're doing, you pull up, you look at the news, you watch TV, you read the newspaper, and you panic. If you know what you're doing, you wake up every day with a smile, ear to ear like I do, and you look and figure out, how the hell am I going to pull money out of this market? That's a difference in a true professional education. Whew. Man, my blood's going already. I can't even. I'm so excited for tomorrow already as I was watching the futures now. The futures were starting to pull back. What's the TVIX? Ruck. The TVIX is an ETN that trades, that is leverage on the VIX. The TVIX tracks the VIX. The VIX tracks fear and volatility in the marketplace. That's the VIX. Okay, the VIX is not a direct inverse to the SPY. It tracks fear and volatility in the market. As the VIX goes up, the TVIX goes up. You can also trade the VIX if you would like, but the TVIX gives you leverage. So the TVIX will move bigger, and the moves will be bigger in the TVIX than the actual VIX. It's a levered ETN that you guys can trade. So during the coronavirus, everybody, obviously, fear is running rampant. So fear exploded. That is the TVIX. So I've been trading the TVIX all throughout this move. The TVIX is it is my best vehicle that I trade statistic-wise. My average accuracy, guys, fluctuates between 70 to 73%, but my accuracy on the TVIX is over 80%. It is my absolute favorite vehicle to trade. And this is why we tend to do very well during stock market crashes, is because of vehicles like the TVIX and understanding how to trade them and how to take advantage of the moves in the marketplace. Jim Cramer says it best. There's always a bull market somewhere. You just have to know where to look. That's what I am going to teach you, where to look, because I would consider this a bull market in the VIX. There's always a bull market somewhere. You just have to know where to look. Yes, Ruben. Hell yeah, Ruben. That's what I'm talking about. Ruben says, I joined TTG earlier this year and I've made my investment in 2 weeks, even with a small account of $500. Guys, that means Ruben has tripled his account in 2 weeks. That's a TTG member right there. That's not coming from me. Guys, don't even take it from me. Take it from TTG members. That is why, guys, there's so much going on right now. There's so much economic stimulus that's being pumped into the market. There's coronavirus stimulus packages. There's the Fed is doing their economic stimulus. The federal government is doing their economic stimulus. And that is why we are doing a TTG stimulus package. 80% of members in TTG make back their membership 7 to 10 times their subscription fee on average in 6 months. Any TTG members that are watching this live stream right now, do me a favor, guys, comment in the comment section right now of the live stream and let all the people watching this live stream, let them know what your experience has been like with True Trading Group. Let them know what your profitability and your performance has been like as a member of True Trading Group. We're doing a TTG stimulus package. All right. I told you guys before that about this 30% off deal for the 1-year all-inclusive membership. We are extending that sale till March 31st. This is a TTG stimulus package because I don't want you to be scared of this environment. This is a once in a generation opportunity in the markets, both intraday and long term. And I know a lot of people are dealing with very severe changes in their lives. People are, schools are closed, kids are home, you're being asked to work from home. People are worried about what's going to happen. Everybody's lives change very, very quickly. And I know that a lot of people are stressed, so I want to ease that stress. I want to show you how to build wealth during a time like this, and I want to give it to you at a price point that everybody can afford. And that is why we're doing 30% off a 1-year all-inclusive membership. Guys, it comes out to less than what it costs you to buy a cup of coffee a day. That is what it comes out to. 30% off a 1-year all-inclusive membership to True Trading Group that gets you access to my chat room, my text message trade alerts. So if you can't be in chat, you can follow along with what it is that I'm trading. The email swing trade alerts and analysis. The TGD Premium blog that's updated daily with trade ideas, trade recaps, educational content, general market commentary, as well as the meat and potatoes, which is my entire TGD curriculum. All of the courses. And the key here that I need you guys to notice and take and really understand is that we are literally like the Netflix of trading communities in the sense that when you become a member of True Trading Group, you get access to every piece of content that we have. There's no upsells. Like I said, I just put out a new course, How to Survive and Thrive During a Stock Market Crash. That's included with your membership. So people that are members, they automatically get access to the new course. There's no upcharge for the course. I continue to put out new courses for our members. You automatically get access to it. That is what you guys get access to as a member of True Trading Group. We do not have a monthly subscription because you get access to everything. When you guys sign up to True Trading Group, you get access to everything we have. And because I'm giving you everything that we have, guys, I spent months developing those courses. The courses that I wrote is the same material that I learned at the hedge fund. When I worked at the hedge fund, I went through 3 months of education and training before they let me trade $1 of the fund's money. That same education that I received, I've simplified. Those are the courses. You're getting a true professional education. Okay? So I spent a lot of time developing that material. I only want traders that are serious about learning this skill and that are going to take this serious because I take it serious. I take great pride in the mentorship and guidance that I provide all of our members. If you guys think that I provide information and education to you on YouTube, this is the tip of the iceberg. This is 10 to 15% of what TGG members get because I genuinely care. I take very great pride in that mentorship. So if I'm going to take the time and give you guys all of that content and put all that time and effort in, I want you to put that same time and effort into yourself. That's why we do not have monthly memberships. You get access to everything that we have when you become a member. That's why it is a year membership, all inclusive, and we're giving that to you for 30% off. Click on the link in the description the link in the chat that we're posting right now, and that'll take you guys over to the website where you can use the coupon code TTGBM2020, and that'll get you the 30% off. Well, Valiant says, how many trades within the first 2 hours? Depends on the day, Valiant. Depends on the day. Depends on the day, because I'd say on average, Valiant, I trade on a busy day for me. A busy day for me is 5 to 6 trades is a busy day for me. A slow day is 1 trade. An average day is maybe 3 trades. I do not trade off the opening bell. I do not chase momentum. Scalpers chase momentum at the opening bell. Those are traders looking to get in and out within seconds. That's not me. I'm not a scalper. I'm a traditional day trader. My trades last for several minutes to several hours. And I do also do swing trading as well. So I'm not a scalper. So I'd say, but the majority of my trades will occur within the first 2 hours of the day. Guys, listen, like I said, we do not have a monthly option. This is not for everyone. I'm sorry. This is not for everyone. TTG is a very tight-knit group, and I like it that way. And I only want traders that are serious and investing in themselves, because I am investing my time into you. Every single TTG member that's in here can confirm that I invest myself in them. So if I'm investing my time in you, I want you to invest your time in yourself. It's the least that you can do. You asked about ZM. What do you think about the head and shoulders and failed breakout yesterday? I have a short position and looking to cut my losses, but I want to know how much room. Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at ZM in a second. Francis, Tom, if we have a full-time job, can you do this? Absolutely, Tom. The majority of our members actually do have other jobs. The beauty of this is you can do it part-time. And that's why we have the text message feature. So even though people can't be in chat maybe all day long because you have other responsibilities, you can get notified on your cell phone in real time whenever I enter and exit a trade. So this way you can still follow along with what it is that I'm trading. And like I said, my trades don't last seconds. My trades last several minutes to a couple hours. So getting that text message in real time instantly when I enter and exit a trade allows you the ability to follow along with what I'm trading during the day. AJB Soccer, what do I say to people that say trading is gambling? I say you don't know, and you've never received an education. And they're right. AJB Soccer, someone that has never received an education, you are gambling. But it's not a coincidence why at the World Series of Poker, you see the same faces every single day. It's not a coincidence that the same successful traders have a strong P&L at the end of the year, year in and year out. People that say trading is gambling are people that have never received an ounce of true education. Trading is mathematical, it's statistical, and it's average. You have to treat trading like a robotic approach to trading. Guys, we also get international text messages as well. So if you guys are in Canada or the Netherlands, we have members from all over the world. We have members in Poland, Canada, Russia, Netherlands, Singapore, Australia. We have members from all over the world. So that's ZM. Let me take a look at ZM real quick. I'll answer your question about ZM, and then we'll get into a little bit more. Okay, so the head and shoulders. I see what you're talking about on the head and shoulders, Francis. Good eye on the head and shoulders. For those, I'll just point it out to you. Here's your neckline. Here's your left shoulder. Here's your head. Here's your right shoulder. You've got to break below 100. You got to break below 100, Francis. But I'm a little concerned about this because this $100 level is a major support level, and ZM should do very well while people are quarantining. ZM should do very well. So this is a situation where, although you have a technical pattern of the head and shoulders, the fundamentals of this may not cooperate with your head and shoulders. So I would say not to be stubborn with it. If it gets over 120, you've got to cut it loose because then you're breaking above that right shoulder. And your trade triggers if it gets below 100. But if it gets below 100, I don't think you have all that much downside. I think you only have downside to the mid 90s, maybe $95, $96. Okay, so that's ZM. Mel, I love Boeing. I was talking about Boeing earlier on this live stream. I love Boeing. Okay, I added to Boeing in my long-term portfolio today. Okay, guys, so let's see. Oh wow, I went way further on my Q&A. So that does it for the Q&A, guys. Okay, that does it for the Q&A. Now I'm going to get into, I've got an announcement to make, and then we're going to talk about some opportunities that I see in the market. The announcement that we are going to make We Rent Home said, what kind of personality is better for a day trader like you, Mike, than a scalper? Scalping is extremely difficult. It's not a strategy that many people can easily follow. What kind of, I don't really think that your personality will dictate if you're a traditional day trader or a scalper. It's really just your preference, what style you like best. I don't really think that personality really has all that too much to do with it. Yeah, the futures are falling. It's not possible, Valiant. There's not a single trader in the world that has a 90% win rate on scalping. And if someone told you that, they're lying to you. There's not a single trader in the world that has a 90% success rate. Not one. Does not exist. Anyone that tells you that is lying to you. Okay. Okay, so let's get to this announcement that I want to make, guys, because we have a very special addition to the True Trading Group team. Okay, we have a special addition to the True Trading Group team that I want to share with you guys and kind of introduce that person to you. So, True Trading Group is not just myself. I'm the head trader, but I also have other professional traders that are moderators in chat that specialize in different things. We have traders that specialize in small caps. We have traders that specialize in futures. We have a trader that specializes in swing trading. We have a trader that specializes in options. Okay, it's not just me. So True Trading Group, there really is something for everybody. And I am very pleased to announce that I'm adding another head trader and mod to our chat room. You may recognize him, those of you that are active on Twitter, and those of you that have shown a lot of interest in the marijuana sector. The Wolf of Weed Street, aka Jason Spadafora, is joining the True Trading Group team and will from now on be alerting all of his option trades in the True Trading Group chat room in real time. Jason is someone that has helped me make a ridiculous amount of money in marijuana stocks in 2014 when the explosion happened, and he has guided me in the marijuana sector throughout that time period. Him and I over the years have become very close. He's a very good option trader. We bounce ideas off of one each other basically every morning. He messages me and says, what do I think about SPY, the futures? What levels am I looking at? Am I am I overall bullish, am I overall bearish going into the day. We bounce ideas off of one each other quite often. And he also has been doing extremely well over these last couple of weeks trading options in this market. And we decided to just bring him on board. He provides trade alerts through his Twitter handle currently, but from now on, he's going to be announcing those trade alerts in real time in True Trading Group. He made his name on Twitter specifically trading options. So I also trade options, but I do also trade stocks and equities. Jason basically only trades options, and he's become very good at it. He's made his name in the MJ sector. Okay, that was his claim to fame. He made his name trading marijuana stocks, but now he trades everything. And now he trades everything. So he started, I think it was with like 10 grand with marijuana stocks. I think he turned it into like 600 grand, something like that. Okay. But now he trades everything because now the marijuana stocks are dead. There's not really much going on in that sector. The stocks have gotten beaten up. It will come back to life. But in the meantime, he's been trading options and doing really, really well. So I wanted to make that announcement to you guys. This is the first time I'm announcing it. Nobody really knows about it yet. I'm announcing it to the YouTube community first. I will take you guys over. Actually, let me show you. This is Jason's Twitter handle. You guys can see he's blue check verified. He's more Twitter famous than I am with almost 52,000 followers, blue check certified. And Jason has actually also been featured in a lot of publications, Forbes, TheStreet.com, Market Watch, Men's Journal, Penthouse. I mean, he's been featured in a lot of different publications. Here's a Forbes article that he was interviewed in. It's titled 6 Major Biotech Acquisitions that you can see in 2016. Okay, and I'll just take you guys down. I'll scroll down. You can see here. Here's the interview with Jason Spadafora on Forbes.com. Okay, so when it comes to trading options, Jason knows his stuff. When it comes to the marijuana sector, he really knows his stuff. But like I said, he made his name in the marijuana sector, but he is now coming on and part of the THD family and trading options everywhere. So Just Me 96 asks, what's the benefit of trading the actual stock as opposed to trading the options? Now, options, it's really the other way around. What's the benefit of trading the option instead of the stock itself? Oh, guys, I'm sorry. So the wolf is actually with us. Excuse me. He turned 10K to 600 grand and then 600 grand to 6 million. Okay. And that is the trader that we are bringing on board to join me in the True Trading Group chat room. Okay. So he'll be available to you just like I am. You can DM him, you can DM me during the day, ask us questions, bounce trade ideas off of us. I encourage it, guys. That's the thing. Like, there's a lot of chat rooms out there that if you ask questions, you get shunned. You get yelled at, you get told to shut up, you get told to be quiet. True Trading Group, I encourage you to ask questions. It is the only way you are going to ever learn anything is by asking questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Assume if you have a question, somebody else has the same question. And don't forget, I've been doing this for 15 years now, but rewind the clock 15 years, I too had day one. I too had day one. I didn't just wake up and become a professional trader. I too had day one, rookie, novice, newbie, knew nothing. So a lot of you that are watching this live stream right now might feel you're a newbie, you're a rookie, you're a novice, you don't know anything, you're losing a bunch of money, you don't know what you're doing. I've been there, I've done that. Jason's been there, done that. The difference is I got a professional education. That's what catapulted me to the next level. That's what enabled me to enjoy the financial freedom and success that I do today. That is the education that I will provide to you at True Trading. Professional education is what makes all the difference. It's the difference between, like what one of you said before, it's a difference between gambling and trading. Big difference. Well, just me, people will trade the stock over the option for liquidity reasons. It's all about position size. It's all about position size. And sometimes people trade both. Sometimes people trade both. I prefer like a stock like Tesla, for example. I prefer to trade the stock itself because there's a lot more liquidity. I can get in, I can get out a lot easier with size. Tesla's a very expensive stock. A lot of traders with small accounts cannot afford to buy a $500 share stock. So they will go and they'll trade the option. An option gives you leverage over 100 shares of the underlying stock by buying one contract. That one contract trades at a fraction of the price of the underlying share of the underlying stock itself. That's why options are so great for traders with small accounts. Now, there's pros and cons. The pro is that you can trade and you can trade options on Apple, options on Facebook, options on Microsoft, Disney, the SPY with just $100. Because you might be able to buy a contract, an option contract in the SPY for 50 cents. You might be able to buy an option contract for Facebook for $1 instead of buying the actual stock itself. It's very, very common to see an option contract move 100% in a single day. Extremely common. Happens literally every day. But with that extra reward comes an extra layer of risk. And that's why it's important that you don't just go and start trading options on your own. Make sure you get an education and understand how to manage your risk in options, because just as easily as an option contract in the SPY can move 500%, guys, literally no joke. The video that I put out on Friday afternoon, if you guys saw that video, you recall I got long. I bought SPY call options, okay, going into the closing bell on Friday. Those options ended up moving from low to high 1,000%. I'm not kidding. Those contracts went from 89 cents to like $11.20 in about 35, 40 minutes. That's the power of options. But the con, you could have been down 50, 60% on that option before it made that move. So that's why it's important to get an education, a professional education on how to trade options, how to manage your risk, so you can take advantage of that potential reward while managing your downside risk. And that's why I'm bringing Jason into True Trading Group so he can be trading options and as well. We also have, so you're going to have, I trade options. Jason now trades options. We have Chris Toner trades options. We now have 4 or 5 option traders that are now in True Trading Group that you guys can bounce ideas off of, and you can benefit from these wild moves that you're seeing in option contracts. And it's literally the greatest time to be a trader. It's the greatest time to be a trader, hands down. I kid you not, this is an opportunity of a generation. Not only can you make, guys, we have members in True Trading Group that are making in 1 week what the average American makes in an entire year. This is not a fallacy. This is not an exaggeration. These are real numbers. These are real numbers from real True Trading Group members that are probably watching this live stream now. Okay, that are probably watching this live stream now. That you got. Feel free to comment. I mean, unless you guys want to keep your P&Ls to yourselves, but feel free to comment away. It's all good on me, you know. But it's the greatest time to be a trader, guys. The Dow does not move 2,000 points in a day. It doesn't. It just doesn't. It's supposed to move 250, 300 points in a day. It's not supposed to move 2,500. The Dow is moving 10 times more its average volatility. 10 times more, which means stocks are moving 10 times greater, which means there's 10 times greater opportunity for you to make money each and every single day. There has never been a better time. You're sitting home. Probably 90% of you watching this live stream are sitting home for the next at least 2 weeks. Why? Because you can't go anywhere. Everything's closed. Everybody's asked to stay home, self-quarantine. Everybody's learning what it's like to work from home with the kids. Okay? What better time for you to get an education and study and learn something where you can benefit from this action? Don't suffer from the coronavirus. Don't be the average Joe suffering from the coronavirus. Grab the coronavirus by the horns, punch it right in the throat, and pull money out of this market and take advantage of the volatility that is being caused by the coronavirus. This is an opportunity it's a once in a generation opportunity. I really, truly mean that. I think this is a better opportunity than what we saw in 2008. Because 2008 didn't have, I mean, obviously the volatility was insane, but you weren't getting 2,500 point moves on the Dow. You were getting 800 point moves on the Dow. So there's no better time to learn how to trade options and how to learn how to navigate this type of market environment, because this volatility will eventually go away and the Dow will go back to moving 250 points. This volatility will eventually go away. I think it's here to stay for the foreseeable future, but eventually it'll go away. 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, the Dow is not going to be moving 2,500 points in a day. You need to take advantage of this volatility right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, I'll get to it. Right now. I think we could be down 2,000 points tomorrow. I kid you not. You guys need to take advantage of this opportunity right now. That's why we're extending this 30% discount till the end of the month. Okay? So click on that link, use coupon code TTGBM2020, and get serious, guys, about how to change your life during this time of chaos. I'll show you guys how to profit tomorrow. You guys join today, you'll be in chat with me tomorrow. I share my screen. I'm on the microphone talking you through my analysis every step of the way, asking you questions. You know what I'm buying, when I'm buying it, and the key is here before I buy it. I always let people know what I'm going to buy before I buy it. It's never a surprise. Look what I just bought. I always will tell you guys, I'm looking to buy this at this price. I always give you guys the heads up ahead of time. You always know what it is that I'm looking at and what I'm thinking. So I will show you guys tomorrow. I think we're going to be down. We're going to have a big down day tomorrow. You guys sign up today. You'll be in chat with me tomorrow. I will show you exactly how I plan on profiting from that down move tomorrow. Am I going to buy the TVIX? Am I going to buy SPY put options? Am I going to short a stock? I'll decide that in the morning. But that's the kind of stuff I'll show you guys tomorrow. And you'll also get an idea of how Jason plans on benefiting from it. Yep, Jersey Devil. There it is. Mike tells us what to do before the market opens. James. Yo, James, what's up, man? Jersey Devil, James, what's up? What's up, everybody? Veronica, to take advantage of this, you just want to go to TrueTradingGroup.com and enter the coupon code TTGBM2020 at checkout. That'll get you the 30% off. Guys, it literally comes out to a cup of coffee a day when you think of it that way. It literally comes out to a cup of coffee a day. Bruno, the chat room opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern every day. And right now, guys, the chat is open until 5:30 p.m. Eastern for anybody that has questions or anything like that about what's going on with all this chaos. We have a lot of people that want to know about the Fed, the government, what's going on. So we have a lot of people that have those questions. You know what, guys? What I'll do, since a lot of you, okay, yes, exactly, guys. So a lot of you are asking questions. Let me actually, I was going to do this at the end of the live stream, but I'm going to do it now instead because a lot of you are asking. Andy, I trade with Lightspeed. I use TC2000 for my charts, and I do my trade execution with Lightspeed. Okay. Now, let me take you guys let me show you the back end of the website real quick because a lot of you are asking questions about the platform. let me show you what the website looks like. If you were a member, I'm going to walk you through your member dashboard, show you the courses and all the material that's available to you. And then I'll talk to you guys about, after I go through that, I'll talk to you about what stocks I'm adding to my long-term portfolio, what levels I'm looking at, and how I plan on navigating the market for the foreseeable future. Okay, so let's go to the dashboard. All right. So guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk you through your member dashboard on the TeachD website, just so you have an idea of how easy it is, how user-friendly it is, and you get a view of everything that we're talking about. Okay. So first and foremost, here's your TeachD dashboard. You'll notice right here, immediately to the right, all of these different colorful badges. These badges are for when you pass one of the quizzes. Every course in the curriculum has a quiz at the end. If you score 85% or higher, you get a badge for that course. If you get all the badges, you become TTG certified, which is cool. Just kind of lets everybody know that you got a professional education and you know what the hell you're talking about. Okay. As I scroll down, the member dashboard is where the watch list is published every single day. So every day we publish a watch list. It usually comes up around 8:45 a.m., 8:50 a.m. after stocks companies put their news out. We publish a watch list with the tickers that we're watching on the day, okay, and what our game plan is with these stocks. Why are they on our watch list? Okay, JNUG was my big win today. JNUG on the watch list. We're watching for gold to act as support, 1450 to act as support on gold, and watch for a push up to test 1500. That's exactly what gold did today, and I benefited from JNUG. Another stock on the watch list, BNTX, gapping up to all-time highs. They did a deal with Pfizer. They did a deal with Pfizer to work on a vaccine for coronavirus. Okay, I traded BNTX today. It was long at 61. I took some profit off at 66. This is where you guys will get your watch list on the day. Okay. Every day this is populated in the morning. So as soon as you log in to your member dashboard, you know exactly what it is that we're looking at on the day and what our game plan is and why those stocks are on our watch list. All right. Over here, you'll see this is where you'll click on to enter the trading chat room. Okay. And then we have a stock profile section, which is really cool. I'll show you guys that real quick. This is just an extra little feature for our members where you could enter any ticker symbol that you have interest in. Let's say you're interested in Apple. You type in Apple. Apple pops up. And right away, you get a free PDF report on Apple, okay, that covers a laundry list of information. This is all free with your membership, okay? As I scroll down, you have an interactive price chart, a profile on the company, news releases, all their SEC filings, all their corporate events, stay up to date with their dividends, their earnings, okay, all their major corporate announcements. Here's all their financial information. And my personal favorite part about this section, analyst rating. We have this part of the website where you can get a detailed report on the analyst reports gathered in one place for any stock that you have interest in. This will show you every buy rating, every sell rating, price targets for all of the analysts that cover Apple stock. Okay. This is my personal favorite section of the stock profile because it pulls all of the data from all these different analysts that cover the stock and brings it all into one spot. So you can see 16 analysts have it rated as a strong buy. 4 have it rated as a moderate buy, 5 a hold, 0. Okay. You get a feel for what the analyst community thinks about that particular stock. And that can help you guys in making your trading decisions and help you in your investment decisions. That's why this is one of my favorite sections of the website. All right. Going back to the dashboard. Another really cool section, economic calendar. This is a very important section of the website because it gives you all of the economic data that's due out during the day. Okay. All of that information, all the economic data, home sales, ISM manufacturing data, Did I say new home sales already? Auto sales, Fed meeting, beige book, jobless claims, all of that stuff, okay, is right here in a calendar, so you know exactly what day this information is released and what time that information is released. So if you are maybe you're long UGAS, a natural gas ETF, you better damn well know when the natural gas report is coming out, so you know how to adjust and manage your position, expecting a big price move off that inventory report. So stuff like that, it's very helpful to have access to. Guys, also, guess what? You know what? I'm just giving you guys a ton of announcements today, because starting in the next 30 to 45 days, we are actually going to have a live level 2 real-time quoting system on True Trading Group for members, included with your membership. So you guys won't have to pay for some third-party level 2 provider. You guys will have real-time level 2 right on your dashboard. It's a partnership with Quote Media. So you will have real-time level 2 functionality as a True Trading Group member included for free with your membership, because of a partnership that we just did with Quote Media. That's another really cool thing I'm excited to share with you guys today. Moving on. Okay. All of the courses. Okay. Here's all of the courses that are available to you. Okay. I'll just click on one just to give you a general idea of what these courses look like. Okay. Let's go to maybe Technical Indicators Advanced. Let's go to Chapter 2. I'm just randomly clicking on a section. Now, guys, every course comes with video and text. So you guys can either watch the course via video, or you can read the course via text. Okay, and you can just click on the chapters and the different lessons, watch the videos, or you can go through the actual text of the video. We have chart examples where I identify all of this stuff and I explain to you, how to trade all of these different types of breakouts and how to use technical indicators in conjunction with another. That's the key. Okay, the key to technical indicators is understanding how technical indicators work in conjunction with another. That is what people really don't understand. They fall in love with one indicator, but really one indicator means nothing. You need to understand how multiple indicators work in conjunction with another to be able to read and recognize strong buy signals or strong sell signals. That's what the Advanced Technical Indicator course goes through and teaches you. Yep, guys, it's you get OTC quotes, NASDAQ quotes, NYSE quotes, everything. It's a full partnership with Quote Media. Yes, Big Bala. I provide one-on-one mentorship with our members. So we do have a one-on-one mentorship program where you can schedule one-on-one sessions with me to review your trading. What I like to do is I like to connect our traders up with TraderView, and they connect that to their brokerage account, and that gives me a very detailed look at their trading, and we break down their trading and look to see where we can identify some mistakes and where we can get better and where we can make some improvements. Rob and Jess, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yes, Big Bala, I do one-on-one mentorship. Yes, I do. Nice, James. With your New York accent and my New Jersey accent, we'll do it together. All right, guys. So yeah, going back to the dashboard, here's the premium blog section. So the premium blog is updated daily, okay, from myself and the other moderators. Things to watch lists, USO inventory, Iron Condor. This is a trade idea that Chris Toner, one of our option traders, that he has an Iron Condor trade for the USO. Commodity watch list and general market commentary. This is updated daily, guys. The premium blog, you get access to all of that. You know what, guys, since you guys are asking about it, and I love the YouTube community so goddamn much because you guys show me so much love. If you guys sign up tonight, I'll pick a Big Bala. You were asking about a one-on-one. I usually charge $4.99 for a one-on-one mentor session because we really dive into all of your trading. If you sign up tonight, I'll do a free one-on-one 1 hour session with you guys. So if you guys want to do, whoever signs up tonight, you guys will do a free one-on-one. Whether you want to do it with myself or Jason, okay, for everyone that signs up tonight only, I'll give you guys a free 1 hour one-on-one mentor session. So now you're getting the 30% discount. And now if you sign up tonight, you're also going to get a free one-on-one. All right? Seriously, you guys show me so much love on here. I'm happy to do it. I love the one-on-ones, to be honest with you. You guys get to see my face on these videos. You get to hear my voice. You all know my personality. I like doing the one-on-ones because then I get to know you. I get to know your personality. I get to know your voice. So I really genuinely love the one-on-ones. Guys, if you haven't realized by now, this is my passion. It's 9:17 at night. I'm not watching Netflix. I'm not, farting around with doing whatever. I'm not playing video games. I'm doing a live stream with you guys because I love this stuff. I love this stuff. And I really do think that this is the greatest opportunity of a lifetime. And I want to make sure that anyone that wants to take advantage of this opportunity, that wants to build wealth, I'm willing to show you how. So, that's why I do this stuff. That's why I post these videos every single day. I'm posting these videos for you. I don't make money off of YouTube. I love this stuff. And there's so much BS out there. There's so many people with these BS courses and these BS gimmicks. And it's just people are trying to take advantage of your desire to learn this. And I think it's fraud. So I want to provide you with a true professional education, same education I received while working at the hedge fund, because someone that has a passion and a desire enough to learn something, that's willing to invest in themselves, that's willing to spend hours upon hours researching information online. If you have that passion and you want to learn something, it should be criminal for somebody to take advantage of that desire and of that passion. And when I see that stuff, it really pisses me off. It really, really pisses me off. So that's why I do what I do, and that's why I want to make sure that in a time like this, where it's the biggest opportunity of a generation, I want to give you the 30% off, and I also want to give you the free one-on-one. Oh, Patrick, what's up, man? Yeah, guys, Patrick just joined last week. Patrick just joined True Trading Group last week. Yeah, sure, Veronica. Veronica asked, "What's my history?" I'll just give you a quick background. She just found the channel. Veronica, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. But basically, Veronica, in a nutshell, I'm the head trader for True Trading Group. I started my career working for a hedge fund in New York City. We had about $450 million under management. While there, I went through a 3-month educational training course where I sat in a classroom for 3 months of my employment, and I had to pass an educational program. We had top traders of the hedge fund come in every single week and teach us different topics. I had to pass that course and that program, not really a course, it was a program, before I was able to touch a dollar of the hedge fund's money. Fast forward a couple years, the Great Recession, the Great Crash of 2008, the market fell about 55% in a couple months. People lost everything. During that same time period, I actually returned a positive 36% on my portfolio. So the money that I managed at the fund, I became not only the youngest fund member to ever receive a Trader of the Year award, I became the youngest junior portfolio manager in the history of the fund. And in 2009, the hedge fund ended up closing up shop because 50% of all hedge funds closed after the 08-09 crisis. Okay, it wasn't just my hedge fund. 50% of the entire street went under. All right. But with that skill set that I learned, I was able to trade for myself and earn a very nice living. It allowed me to then to invest in other things and become a serial entrepreneur. And it has allowed me to live a life of financial freedom that I never really thought was possible. And I wouldn't give it up for the world. Because it's a skill set that once you truly learn it, it's a skill set that you carry with you for the rest of your life. It's really like riding a bike. Now, you're always going to remain a student of the market. You never stop learning. But guys, this is something I'm going to do until I'm on my deathbed. I'm going to be on my deathbed like this on a respirator, pushing buy and sell buttons. And that's the God's honest truth because I love this stuff. So that's my story. Oh God, yeah, the Giants, absolutely. So the Giants asked, does Mike tell you when he's taking his trade? So the Giants, let me give you guys through. Guys, I'm going to walk you through my trade on JNUG. I'm going to walk you guys through. This is exactly what I said to members today in chat. Verbatim. This is exactly what happened in chat today. I'm going to pretend that we're live in chat. JNUG was on my watch list. Why is JNUG on my watch list? We talked about pre-market. We went to GLD. GLD ETF tracks the price of gold. Had a big pullback. Okay. I point out this support level on GLD. Why is it a support level? Previous resistance, June, July, prior highs, right? We broke above it. We pulled back in. What happened? It became support. Yesterday on GLD, what happened? Massive support on that exact same level. So here's this key support level that we identified on the GLD. I said based on yesterday's action, now let me actually go to an intraday chart and show you yesterday's action. Okay, there's your support at yesterday. There's that support. Big bounce off that level. I thought we had a chance to see a day 2 recovery on GLD. That's exactly what we got. So I had eyes on JNUG. I had eyes on JNUG. JNUG is the 3 times the junior gold miners ETF. Now, at first glance on the daily chart, JNUG has gotten gutted. It's gotten gutted because it is a levered ETF. This is 3 times leverage. So when everything happened with the stock market crash, you had margin calls, all that leverage had to come out. That's what happened to JNUG. JNUG got destroyed because all that 3 times leverage had to come out of the market. You had margin calls and everything that forced liquidations, and the ETF had no choice but to liquidate. That's what happened to JNUG. Coming into the day, I'm saying I expect a bounce in GLD. I'm going to look for this ETF that was gutted to give me a little bit of a dead cat bounce. Now, what I talked about today in chat, guys, everything I'm saying to you right now, I said in chat today. Our members that are on this live stream can verify for you. This is exactly what I said in chat. I'm not making this stuff up now. Okay. We had a minor resistance level from Friday at 1050. See this minor resistance level right above 1050? Minor resistance level. This is a 15-minute chart now. So I said today we were gapping up on JNUG, and I said if we get above this level, JNUG has room. So we go to a 3-minute chart, and there's that same line. The first thing I notice is the initial morning high is lining up with that resistance level. There's your initial morning high, right at that same resistance level that I just drew. So what we saw today was a trade line VWAP crossover. This is a breakout triggering pattern that you will learn in the advanced courses on the website. As a member, you learn what the trade line VWAP crossover is. Okay. We got the trade line VWAP crossover, and that pushed us to new highs. The key here is the increase in volume. I said verbatim to everybody in chat at around 10:10 this morning, guys, JNUG just broke above the initial morning high off of a trade line VWAP crossover. We are above that resistance level we talked about pre-market. I love the volume. I said the volume on this break through the high of the day tells me JNUG is going to continue higher. Verbatim, Members that are in chat right now, back me up. Tell them that that is exactly what I said today in chat. Don't take my word for it. Take members' word for it. So what I was looking for, I drew my Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, my Fibonacci retracement level, what do we see? The initial morning high lines up with now the 38.2 Fibonacci level. And it lines up with that previous resistance that we talked about from 2 days ago. My initial entry area was in front of 1050. That was going to be my initial buying zone. I came on the microphone. I said, guys, I'm a buyer in JNUG above 1050. That was my game plan. About 5 minutes went by. I didn't get a pullback to 1050. I come on the mic again. I go, guys, we're holding the 23.6 Fibonacci level. The trade line is also working its way up. You will learn this in the courses. After you get a trade line VWAP crossover, you look for the trade line to act as support. You guys will learn all that as a member. Don't worry. And I said to everybody, I said, guys, I might have to move my buying zone up because now the trade line and 23.6 Fib level are holding JNUG up. I don't think I'm going to get the buy at 1050. So I went ahead and I got long at $11.08 right there. You guys go watch the video that I posted a couple hours ago. I recap this trade for you. I show you my trade announcements. You guys will see it firsthand in the video I posted a couple hours ago. I got long at 11.08. We broke through the high of the day. I took 25% of my position off the table on that new high. We then finally got that pullback right into where? The support level. Bounced off it beautifully, extended to new highs. I sold the bulk of my position right there at 12.75. I'm long at 11.08. Bulk of the position comes off the table at 12.75. This is verbatim how I went about and walked our members through this trade. I always tell members what I am going to do before I do it. Always. So to answer your question, the Giants, capital Y, capital E, capital S, exclamation point. I tell you what I'm doing before I do it. The Giants, I'm surprised you still have it, man. I see you on these live streams all the time. I see you on the live streams all the time. I'm surprised you haven't popped in on a Tuesday yet or joined the family. Oh, nice, James. I'm up in Bergen County, bro. I'm in the epicenter of the New Jersey breakout. Bergen County is the epicenter of the breakout. So stay safe down there in Monmouth. You're pretty far away, but nonetheless, stay safe. Just me, JNUG does not have options. Oh, nice. We got a few people from New Jersey on here. Red Bank, that's what's up. Red Bank's a great area. A lot of restaurants. I mean, obviously they're closed now, but it's a nice area in Red Bank. All right, guys. Let me show you guys just a little bit more of the back end of the site, and then I'll get into you guys. I'll tell you guys about what I'm adding to my long-term portfolios. Here's the. Let's see. Oh, this is the brand new course that I just put out, which is trading in the stock market crash. I broke it up into 4 sections: blood in the streets, what's actually happening, why is this happening, what happens next. Just giving you guys some ideas here. Here's the video. So there's
all right, guys. With lesson 1 of part.
All right, just to give you guys an idea of just showing you some more of the back end of the site and some more of the courses. The options course. I should take you guys over to the options course. You can see the options course is very thorough. 13 chapters in the options course. Very, very thorough on the options course. And then, like I said, you have the foundation course, trader psychology course, which is one of my favorites. Trader psychology course is one of my favorites, guys. It's broken up into 2 parts. Here's the chapters for part 1. I'll run through a couple of these topics. Mental capital versus financial capital. Losing's part of trading. Fear of missing out. If a stock's truly strong, you'll get more than one crack at it. To prevent you from chasing, ask yourself this question. New traders should never average down. New traders. You'll understand why when you go through that lesson. Game plan, greed, falling in love with the trade. Okay, all of these topics are covered in part 1. Part 2, we get into a little bit more detail. Revenge trading, having a short memory, okay, not flip-flopping, how to deal with a big loss, not giving up on good trade ideas, how to be a sniper, not a machine gunner, a tip that will help you exiting, a tip that will prevent you from exiting winning trades too soon, how to overcome getting stopped out. Trading under PDT rule, how to balance trading with a full-time job, swing trading versus day trading, position size, how to increase your position size, and then my favorite, making the transition to a trading full-time. Guys, this is just these are the chapters. Okay, each of these chapters have lessons. So these courses are extremely thorough. Extremely thorough. All right. Okay, guys. So that's it. That's the back end of the site. I wanted to share that with you. A lot of people were asking questions about it, so I want to share it with you. Okay. Now, again, remember, I'm going to get into you guys now. I'm going to tell you about some stocks that I added to my long-term portfolio and some stocks that I have on my list that I plan on adding to my long-term portfolio that I have not added yet. But guys, take advantage of this 30% discount. Seriously, this is such a tremendous opportunity. It's ridiculous. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity, and I want you guys to take advantage of it. I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to panic when you see the Dow's down 3,000 points. I want you to be able to think clearly with a straight mind and identify opportunity and pull money out of this market because the moves and the volatility is just tremendous. So, guys, take advantage. And like I said, anyone that signs up tonight will get a free 1-hour one-on-one. Depends, Sam. Everybody kind of goes at their own pace. Video hours, I would have to even go back and check. But everybody goes at their own pace. Everybody learns at their own pace. So to say how long it would take you to complete the courses is really up to you. Okay. So let's get to some of the stocks that I added. I have already added to my tech holdings. And now when I say added, I'm starting to dip my toes in the water. I'm not going in full force. What you should do is allocate a dollar amount that you want to invest for the long term. A dollar amount you want to invest for the long term. Not a dollar amount that you're going to need in 6 months. A dollar amount that you can put away for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, etc. Okay? Decide on what that dollar amount is, and you start buying little by little. There's no need for you to rush into the market. You do not need to pick the bottom when you're looking about long-term investing. Do not try to. As the market falls, you average yourself in. Okay, the markets are down 30%. If they go down 40%, you buy more. If they go down 50%, you buy more. That's how I am averaging myself into my long-term portfolio. Stocks that I've added to already include, get ready. I'll give you guys a couple minutes. to get some pad and paper. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to get a pad and paper because I'm going to tell you guys what stocks I added to last week, which are now trading lower. Okay, you guys ready? Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, or Alphabet, Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, which is NVDA, AMD, I love AMD, Micron, MU, Qualcomm, Disney. Those are the stocks that I added last week. As the market goes lower, I will add more. Okay? Those are the stocks that I added in my long-term portfolio last week. Today, I added Boeing. Today, I added Boeing. BA. I love Boeing in front of 100. Let me show you guys Boeing. I love Boeing in front of 100. I'll take you guys to the daily chart. Screw it. Let's go to a weekly chart because you really need a weekly chart to see this level. This level in 100 is huge. So here's your prior resistance from the 2007 high. The 2007 high. So right before the crash of 08, right before the crash of 08, you see the all-time high was right above 100. Then you see in 2016, we tested that level and it held. Then you had this massive run. We just fell in a matter of weeks right back down to that 100 level. I love this 100 level, so I bought some today in my long-term portfolio. If Boeing goes lower, if Boeing goes to, let's say, 85, I'll buy more. I don't think Boeing goes below that. 85 will be resistance from 2010, 2011, and 2012. You're talking about 3-year resistance at $80. 3-year resistance. High in 2010, high in 2011, high in 2012. So if we break below 100, that 80, 85, I think that's as low as it'll go. Okay? And you hear some people talking about, oh, Boeing's going to go out of business. You have no idea what you're talking about if you think Boeing's going out of business. Believe me, Boeing is not going out of business. The government will never let that happen. The government will bail out Boeing if they need to. If Boeing goes out of business, it is a national security threat. It's a matter of national security. They will never let Boeing go out of business. Mark my words. So I bought some today at 106.34. And it's already at 124. So I added today at 106.34. All right. So that's Boeing. Other stocks that I'm looking to add that I have not added to yet. Get ready. So next on my list, JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, Home Depot, TNDM, Verizon, Shopify. That's my next grouping of stocks that I plan on buying. Okay? So I'll continue to update you guys with stocks that I'm adding to my long-term portfolio. Now, guys, listen, again, I'm not calling a bottom on these stocks. That's not what I'm doing, okay? But every time throughout my entire career, the market has pulled in more than 15%, I've added to my long-term portfolio. I am not changing that strategy. I continue to do it. And let's not forget, when the market was at all-time highs in February, Warren Buffett was sitting, and I mean sitting, on an absolute war chest of cash. I believe he had $138 billion of cash before the stock market started crashing. Believe me, that cash over the next couple months is going to work. And when I say going to work, I mean he's deploying that capital over the next couple months. I would not be surprised if he waits to see if we get a real bailout crisis and he can get preferred shares and get everything. Like in 2008, I think he injected like $10 billion into Goldman Sachs at like, I forgot the price. Damn it, I forgot the price. Let me see, to 2000. Yeah, it was in the 70s. I believe it was, or six. Damn, guys, I forgot the price. But he waited until like companies were on the brink of going out of business and said, don't worry about it. Here's billions of dollars. And in exchange, he got stock at a crazy discount price and made an insane amount of money on that. I would not be surprised if you see something similar to that, if you see some action, if he'll probably keep maybe 30, 40, 50 billion on the sideline in case things get really, really bad, where he would need to bail out a company and give them an injection of cash and capital. But, this market starts to fall 35, 40% from the highs. Guys, keep things into perspective. In 2008, the market fell about 50, 55%. We're already down 30%. To put things into perspective for you, 2008, things were a hell of a lot worse. Okay? Things were a hell of a lot worse. Okay? Yeah, Warren Buffett he is the man. Jace, I do like the airline industry. They are coming up with, I believe they're going to do a $50 billion bailout package for the airlines. So they're not going to let the airlines go out of business. What I will say to you is this: be careful bottom fishing the cruise lines. Be careful. I've seen a lot of people on social media talking about they're buying Norwegian, Royal Caribbean. Just be careful. I think it's early because the government will not let airlines fail. We need airlines. We do not need cruise liners. We travel, we fly for business, for necessity. We need to fly. Nobody needs to take a cruise. So when all of this is said and done, the airlines will recover faster than cruise ships. People are going to have to get on airplanes for business. Airplanes will recover faster. You're going to have a much slower crawl back of people taking a cruise. Not to mention because they're just infestations for viruses like this. They have horror stories of not being able to dock and all of that. Not to mention if they're people are a little shell shocked with the economy, money might be a little tight for people. They're not going to spend their money on a cruise. So I think the cruise liners are going to recover a lot slower. And if there's any company that's going to go out of business or go bankrupt, I think it's the cruise liners. So it won't be the airlines. It'll be the cruise lines. So be careful trying to fish out the bottom of the cruise liners. There's no rush to the cruise liners. I think with those, you're better off waiting to make sure that they all survive. And once the virus is completely under control, then you can start to look about maybe getting some cruise ships if you think the cruise industry is going to bounce back, which it will. It will bounce back. I just think it'll bounce back a lot slower than the airline industry. Greg, I like gold. Greg asked about gold. I like gold. I think gold does well over the next year. I think gold does well over the next year. Are you serious, Glenn? There's 90,000 people still stuck on cruise ships? No way. I didn't know there were still that many people. Are you serious? Wow. Jesse, risky. Risky. I'd rather see you in actual gold. Yeah, Valiant. The chat room is completely mobile ready for Apple and Android. The chat room is fully mobile, functional. We have a lot of members that are logged to the chat on their cell phone. Oh, Aiden, I love gaming stocks. I'm sorry. Activision. Activision is another one that I will be looking to add to my long term. I love gaming stocks for like the super long term. You guys ever seen that movie Ready Player One? Has anybody ever seen the movie Ready Player One? Oh God, Veronica, yeah, daily. All day, every day. All day, every day. Veronica asked, do we do charts and call out trades daily? And yes. Yeah, right, Ben, it is an awesome movie. What is a minimum to start trading? iPower computers, you can start trading with a couple $100. You can start trading with a couple $100. Okay? A couple $100 can get you started. So Ready Player One, I think, is not all that far off from what the future is going to look like. Virtual reality, I think it will be the wave of the future. And I think the video gaming stocks and the gaming stocks will, and this is why I love like the chip companies and all of that technology is needed. I love artificial intelligence and gaming stocks. You are actually starting to see high schools with video game teams. Like you have a football team in high school, there are gaming teams in high schools now. And the reason why I'm so bullish on gaming is the technology is getting realer and more realistic and more realistic. And the advancements in AI and virtual reality is only going to further those advancements to where virtual reality and gaming will no longer be a kid's activity. It'll work its way into everyday life. Virtual reality, imagine, looking in your closet in a virtual reality setting and trying on different outfits before you actually pull your outfit out of the closet. You want to get a haircut, virtual reality, look at what your hair looks like in different situations. Like, fitness centers, see what your body will look like if you stick to this diet and this workout routine for a specific period of time. Virtual reality, I think, will work itself into our everyday lives. That is why I'm so bullish long term on gaming, AI, semiconductors. Yes, Veronica, the coupon code is TTGBM2020. That's how you get the 30% off. Nice, Bruno. Welcome. Bruno, welcome to the fam. The only social media, well, that's a lie. I own Twitter too. I own Twitter and Facebook. I don't like Snapchat at all. But AMD is one of my favorites, guys. AMD is honestly one of my favorite long-term holdings. I just love this company. I love their CEO. I love the advancements that they're making. I love how well this stock has held up. Still above its 200-day moving average. Find me 5 stocks that are still above their 200-day moving average. Go ahead, I'll wait. Okay? AMD is still above its 200-day moving average. To put this in perspective for you, there's AMD. That purple line's a 200-day moving average. Okay? Let me go to the SPY. See that purple line? That's the 200-day moving average. That's the SPY. Okay, so you want to talk about holding up well during this chaos? There's not many stocks still above their 200-day. Apple is above its 200-day. Amazon just below it. Google well below it. Qualcomm well below it. Microsoft just at it. Nike, forget it, not even close. Goldman Sachs, you're dreaming. Oil companies, comical to even think about. Okay? You know, it's just, I look at these companies, Snap, not even close. Don't even bother with Uber and Lyft. They'll make you want to vomit. You know, it's just, I just look at these companies and you're going to want to find, my advice to you guys when you're looking for long-term investing, people have a tendency to buy the stocks that sell off the most. Don't do that. People are going to take a look at Macy's and be like, ooh, I should buy Macy's. Because you think the upside is so great because it's at $7. I don't, there's a reason why Macy's is at $7, which is the low from 2009. If I take you guys back to 2009, you want to talk about crazy. We are at the 2009 low. Macy's went from $6 to 73, back to 6. That's not an investment I feel comfortable with. Okay, that's not an investment that I feel comfortable with. So try to focus on stocks that are strong during this sell-off, because once the sell-off subsides and we finally bounce, the strong stocks are going to be the ones that are gonna take off first. Hell yeah, it is, Tom. Hell yeah, it is, Tom. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Well, Greg, it depends. Greg, if it's a complete leverage liquidation like we saw over the last month, yes, gold will sell off too because people are just raising cash. But once that subsides, and if you have recessionary activity in the economy, gold will do well. Valiant, the 30% sale is good until March 31st at midnight. But if you sign up tonight only, you get a free 1 hour one-on-one mentor session. Isn't it beautiful, Glenn? Glenn says, wow, so much money to make. It's such a beautiful thing. I'm actually not worried about deflation right now. Once the virus goes away, all this economic stimulus might jumpstart inflation. Okay, that's kind of what I what I think. I'm not really worried about deflation yet. I think we will. I mean, yes, it is, Greg. Come on. I mean, you can't say the virus isn't going anywhere. Eventually, there will be a vaccine. There will be therapeutics. The virus will go away at some point. It's not going away tomorrow. I think, but over the next couple months, we'll get the virus under control. The spread will slow. China is already recovering. South Korea is recovering. Italy's a disaster. We all know that. Our cases are still spreading. They'll continue to spread for the next few weeks, but eventually the virus will disappear, just like every other virus that there's ever been on the face of the earth. Ebola, SARS, MERS, swine flu, the Spanish flu, the Black Plague. I mean, every virus that there's ever been, this is not a global killer. It's going to wipe out all of humanity. The virus will go away. I don't think it takes 3 years, not a shot. We'll have a vaccine within a year. No, Edson, you do not need to have experience to trade with me. We have a lot of members in True Trading Group that have never traded a stock a day in their lives until they join True Trading Group. So I start with a beginner foundation course. The foundation course is literally day one from scratch. You know absolutely nothing. Yeah, the virus is definitely getting worse, guys. Spread wise, it's spreading. Okay, the virus is getting worse in the sense that it's spreading, but eventually that spread will slow. The social distancing, shutting down the economy, closing schools, closing restaurants, closing bars, not allowing visitors at hospitals, all of those things will slow the spread of the virus. Right now, we're playing catch up. You have to understand, the more we test people, the more cases we're going to have. We're playing catch up. It's going to take probably 2 weeks for the action that we took over the last couple of days with kind of like going on lockdown. It's going to take 2 weeks for that to catch up to the spread of the virus. Okay, someone that tests positive for coronavirus next week got it 10 days ago. So it's going to take time, but eventually the spread of the virus will slow, and we have to then assess what's the economic damage once that happens. I think it's over a year. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher your name, man. I'm sorry. Jagannath Canopy Brunei. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. A vaccine under a year is very unrealistic. I agree with you. But they've already been working on a vaccine. They've already entered phase 1 trials on a vaccine. So I think within a year from now, approximate, we have a vaccine. Then the problem becomes getting that vaccine to the world. That's a whole nother situation. But the market does not need the whole world to be vaccinated. The market just needs a vaccine to be created. And that's the difference. Market is forward looking. Market will trade 6-9 months out. The market's not going to wait for the whole world to be vaccinated. The market will wait for the virus to stop spreading. That's when the market will bottom. The market will recover when a vaccination is actually proven, and then everybody works on getting vaccinated. That would be a problem, Jersey Devil. Let's all hope that does not happen. Yes, let's all hope that does not happen. Let's hope the virus does not mutate. But all of the actions that we're taking now, okay, will help stop the spread. Guys, we have had way worse viruses throughout the course of human history. This one, too, like others, will get under control. It is only a matter of time. The world is not ending. I promise you that. It's just a matter of time, whether it's 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, a year and a half, however long it is, it will get under control. RVE39 subprime mortgage of 2020. If you're hearing people talk about that, they're probably talking about commercial mortgages. They're probably talking about commercial paper. And that's why I cheered what the Fed did on Sunday night. And then again cheered what the Fed did today. The Fed stepped in today with a funding vehicle for specifically for commercial paper, and that is so all these commercial mortgage loans don't go belly up like the residential mortgage loans did in 2008. Because what's happening is you have small businesses are closed, right? Your local coffee shop, your local deli, your local gym, or your cross fitness, or your salon, or your massage parlor. All of these stores, okay, are closed. Now, these small businesses, they maybe can't afford to stay closed for 2 months. If they're not making money, they can't pay their rent. If they can't pay their rent, then the person who owns that property is not receiving that rent income, so they can't make the payment on their mortgage. So the commercial real estate market is where you're hearing people talk about the subprime mortgage of 2020. It's not necessarily subprime mortgages. Subprime is giving high risk loans. That's what subprime means. Subprime means that it's you're lowering your standards of lending to give that person a mortgage. That's what happened in 2008. Banks got greedy. The housing market was booming. The cost of houses was going up. Everybody was buying houses. And to capitalize on that, banks lowered their criteria for lending. And you had people that could not afford one house, two house, three houses taking out mortgages when the value of the houses, when the housing bubble popped, you had people that had a $500,000 mortgage on a house that was worth 380 grand. That was the problem in 2008. These are not necessarily subprime in the sense that when the banks gave the mortgage and gave the loans, they were not considered high risk. What was at risk now was the small business not being able to make their rent payment. So the rent income is not there for the person that owns the commercial property, so they cannot make their payment on their mortgage, but it's a commercial mortgage. That's what the Fed is avoiding from happening. That's why I love the fact that the Fed is acting as quickly and as aggressively as they are to stabilize the commercial paper market. That's what they did today. That's why the market bounced today. I'll take you guys to a 3-minute chart today. Right there is when the Fed announced their special purpose funding vehicle for commercial paper, and the market did that because of that announcement by the Fed. But like I've been saying for weeks now, economic stimulus in itself alone is not going to bottom this market. The market might celebrate it for a day, but will continue to sell until we know when the virus is contained. When we know when the virus is contained, right now, the curve of the virus looks like this. The curve of the virus looks like this right now. And that's the spread of the virus, meaning cases are still spreading. Once the spread peaks and the curve goes like that, that's when you have a potential bottom get put in the market. And I expect volatility like we have right now until that happens, because the market cannot factor forward-looking earnings. The market cannot put its finger on this is what earnings are going to be next quarter. This is what GDP growth is going to be next quarter, because the market doesn't know when the virus is going to be under control. Once the virus is under control, then analysts can say, this is the economic impact. This is what earnings are going to be. This is what GDP growth is going to be. And the market will price that in. Right now, you have 3,000-point moves in the market because it's called price discovery. Nobody knows what these stocks should be trading at, what their PE ratios should be. Should Apple be trading at 22 times earnings, 20, 18, 15, 10? Nobody knows, because they don't know how long Apple stores are going to be closed. Are Apple stores going to open next month? Are they going to be closed until July? Nobody knows. So you can't calculate what the impact is going to be until the factor affecting the economy is gone. That's when the market will bottom. Economic stimulus on its own, although may be cheered and welcomed and is necessary, you have to understand, guys, economic stimulus is not supposed to rally the market. It's supposed to stabilize credit markets, provide liquidity so that the normal functions of the credit market, the bond market, function smoothly. So if somebody wants to sell a portfolio of bad commercial mortgages, there's a buyer. It's called liquidity injections. That is what the Fed is doing. They're making sure that there are buyers for all of these securities so that the credit markets don't get locked up. It's not supposed to rally the market. The people that have no idea what they're talking about, some of the dumbest things that I've heard people say on social media is, what a stupid move by the Fed on Sunday. The market still fell 3,000 points. That is someone that has no idea what they're talking about. The Fed is making these moves not to stop the market from falling. They're making these moves to stabilize credit and bond markets to make sure that the global financial system and the financial system in the US functions properly so that when somebody wants to sell a security, there's a buyer for it and there's liquidity. That is the Fed's job. And what they are doing is the right move. 2008, the Fed was slow to move. The White House was slow to move in 2008. Everybody was in denial of 2008. The Fed and the White House did not act until the damage was done. And we were on the brink of collapse. If the Fed acted more aggressively sooner, yes, 2008 still would have sucked, but it would not have been as bad. They could have stopped the bleeding if they acted more aggressively and sooner. Right now, the Fed and the White House are acting aggressively and quickly and definitively. These are good signs because they're trying to keep what is a health problem. They're trying to make sure it doesn't turn into a financial problem. Right now, as it stands, the coronavirus is a health problem that has economic impact and economic repercussions. It's not a financial problem yet. If the Fed did nothing, it could very well become a financial problem. 2008 was not a health concern. It was a financial problem from the get-go. Big difference. Big difference. So I love the action I'm seeing from the Federal Reserve. I love what I'm seeing out of the White House and Capitol Hill. Today, the White House announcing that you can defer your tax payments to the IRS up to 90 days with no interest and no penalty. Genius idea. Don't give that money to the government. Keep it in your pocket during these hard times. Genius idea. Up to $1 million for individuals, up to $10 million for businesses. Genius idea. You own a business, you owe the IRS $5 million. Don't pay the IRS right now, is what the White House is saying. No interest, no penalty. Hold on to the cash. Keep the lights on. Pay your employees. Get through these hard times. Pay the IRS later. Genius move. Keep cash in people's pockets now. I love it. The idea of give every American that is in trouble right now, give every American a check. What that dollar amount's going to be, we don't know. $500, $1,000, $1,500, we don't know yet. Love it. Love the idea. Now, if you make $1 million a year, you're not going to get a check. Boo-hoo. Okay? But people that are really affected by this, originally Donald Trump's plan was a payroll tax cut. Good idea, but it's slow. It doesn't get money into people's hands quickly. It'll take time for the payroll tax cut from the business for that to filter down to the individual. Today, Secretary Mnuchin, President Trump gave a speech. They said, forget the payroll tax cut. We want to do something to get money in Americans' hands right now. And that means stroking a check. I love it. I love it. Definitive action. And one thing that I really like, which everybody should like, and guys, I never get political on this channel. I never will. I don't want to hear your political opinions, nor do you want to hear mine. But we are seeing Democrats and Republicans working together, and the market wants to see that. From a market standpoint, as a trader, the market wants to see that Democrats and Republicans can come together to pass meaningful economic stimulus. And we're finally seeing the two sides work together. If anything good comes out of this coronavirus situation, not only, besides us making a ton of money and having the opportunity of a lifetime, aside from that, what's better than that, right? But aside from that, hopefully it lessens the divide between Democrats and Republicans, because that would be great, right? I think we can all agree that that would be a wonderful thing. And you're starting to see them working together, because at this point, forget the differences, the petty differences. Let's focus on helping the American people. And as all one, let's get past this virus, because whether you're Democrat, Republican, American, Russian, North Korean, Iranian, whatever it is, the coronavirus affects us as individuals and as economies. And all of our economies are tied together in this wonderful thing we call global economics. And if one piece in the chain breaks, it makes it a lot harder for everybody else to keep the chain moving. So we've got to get past this together, and we will. How long? I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm going to bust my ass, make as much money as I possibly can during this volatility, and set myself up for some long-term investment, wealth building opportunities, and some tremendous cash flow opportunities with intraday trading with all this volatility. And that is why I'm on this live stream right now. That is what I want to share with you. That's what I'm going to show you. That's what I'm going to teach you. Take advantage, 30% off, guys. TTG BM 2020. Sign up tonight, and I'll do a free one-on-one mentor session with you as well, so we can talk about whatever topics that you guys want to cover. Okay? I think the VIX remains elevated, David, for maybe another month. I think the VIX remains elevated for maybe another month. Student loans, guys, they're not going to get paid back. Honestly, they're not going to get paid back. The student loan, I've been saying for years that I think the student loans was going to be the next financial crisis. Won't be as bad as subprime mortgages. It won't be as bad as the 2008 situation. But guys, come on. You have presidential candidates that are talking about just forgiving all of the debt. So, I guess they're not really too worried about it. Now, listen, the U.S. dollar very well may go lower. The U.S. dollar very well may go lower, but no, you're not going to need a wheelbarrow to go buy your cigarettes. Yes. Yes, Jersey Devil. Oh, thanks, Glenn. You're great too. You're great too. Glenn, you've been really active on the live stream, man. I really appreciate it. I see your comments, bro. I appreciate you participating. Jay Stir, I don't know if I'm trading JNUG tomorrow. I think the markets are. I think we're going to have a red day tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be trading JNUG tomorrow. If the markets do what I think they're going to do, Greg, my Twitter handle is Mike Edward _ TTG. Guys, all of you, go give me a follow on Twitter. Mike Edward _ TTG. You guys all give me a follow. There's my Twitter handle. We only have a yearly option, no monthlies. Brandon, I talked about this a little earlier. The airlines, the cruise lines, I think you have to be really careful with. Cruise lines, I think you have to be careful with because I think they're going to recover a lot slower. Airlines will recover faster. Also, if things do get really bad, the government will bail out airlines. They might not bail out cruise lines. We don't need cruise lines. We need airlines. People need to fly. No one needs to take a cruise. And with everything that's been going on with the cruise ship, it's like, you know, it's where everyone, with all the bad news, people are going to be a lot more hesitant to get on a cruise ship than they are going to be to get on a plane. So I think the cruise liners you have to be a little careful with. There's no need for you to be a hero and try to pick the bottom in the cruise lines. If you want to get low on the cruise liners, I think your best bet is to wait till the virus is under control and you realize that they're all surviving. They're not going out of business. And I think that's your best bet is waiting. The airlines, they'll get bailed out if they need to be. Hopefully, the stimulus package that the government is putting together for the airline industry is sufficient. But even if that's not enough, the government will be more like I can see the federal government, taking ownership stake in American Airlines or something like that. I can see something like that happening. I'm going to say it again, guys, because we're getting a lot of. You guys are killing it. I love you guys. You guys, I can't believe it's almost 10:30 and we're still on. We still have hundreds of people on here. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's 10:30 at night. We still have hundreds of people on here. You guys are awesome. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing right now, guys, honestly. So again, I'm going to make the same challenge that I made to you earlier on this live stream. Who's got 3K to trade with? Who has $3,000 to trade with? If you do, take $1,000, invest it in yourself, take the 30% off advantage, get a 1-year membership to True Trading Group for $1,000. Invest in yourself. And I challenge you, and I promise to help you every step of the way to turn that extra $2,000 into $10,000 within 6 months. That's my challenge to you. If you've got $500 in your trading account, my challenge to you, and I will be there every step of the way with you, answering all of your questions, showing you what I'm trading, where I'm trading, what I'm trading, and why I'm trading. I challenge you to take that $500 and turn it into $3,500 within 6 months. I'm saying these numbers, I'm not randomly picking these numbers out of thin air. These are numbers that TGD members are doing right now. 80% of the TTG members, 80% of them have made back 7 to 10 times their membership fee within the first 6 months of their subscription. That is where I'm getting this from. I'm not just randomly picking these numbers out of thin air. So that's my challenge to all of you. And if you sign up tonight, which you're running out of time, you have 1 hour and 40 minutes left to sign up tonight and get a free one-on-one mentor session with me where I'll answer all of your questions and we can talk about whatever topics you want to discuss. These live streams, guys, there's so many comments from you guys. I love all of these comments, but I can't keep up with them. I can't keep up with all of them. I try my best to answer as many questions as I possibly can, but I can't answer all of them. So if there's specific topics that you want to cover, specific stocks you want me to go over, come in, sign up tonight before midnight, and we'll do a free one-on-one mentor session where we can cover whatever you want to discuss. I need a massage, guys. You think massage parlors are still open during coronavirus? I don't think so. They're probably closed. But I need one. Exactly. Small cap reporter. I could not say that any better myself. So look, everybody, people are spending 100 grand on college just to make 40 grand a year. Here we've got people spending $1,000 on a professional education and making, 2-3 times that in a year. Well, Sean, I'm here the whole day. So Sean asks, what kind of time are you putting in throughout the day to get these results? Just so you know, I'm in the chat room all day. Okay, I trade the whole day. I don't trade from 9:30 to 10:30 and then I walk away. Okay, I'm not just gone by 10:30. I'm there the entire day. So, but we have a lot of members, Sean, that are part-time members that they come in, they trade 1 to 2 hours a day, then they go to work, or we have a lot more people that are a lot more active right now because a lot of people are home. They're working from home so they can be in chat the whole day rather than working, trading for a couple hours a day. We have a lot of people though just trade a couple hours a day because they have other responsibilities. And these are the kind of results that these people are pulling out. Like I'm saying, guys, don't take my words for it, guys. Seriously, there's a lot of members that are on this live stream. Just ask them. Go to Trustpilot. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Read the reviews on Trustpilot. Don't just take it from me. Ask members. So Ali, futures is it's just another vehicle that trades throughout the night. It shuts down Friday evening, reopens back up Sunday evening, and trades all day. So you can trade the futures during the day, you can trade the futures at night. So basically, the way why the futures exist is so that when things happen in other time zones, in other equity markets, it can get priced in to US markets to reflect that movement. Okay? That's why futures trade. So, like when everything was going on with North Korea, right? Remember, we were on the brink of war with North Korea. Everybody was scared of that. If it's 1:00 in the morning, the stock market's closed, but let's say North Korea launched a missile and they aimed it at Hawaii, God forbid, right? And the US shot it down. That's going to have a major effect on US equity markets. So the futures are a vehicle for that is tradable to price in that fluctuation. So when the equity markets open, they reflect the movement based on the futures. I use Lightspeed. Who's losing money? Sharky Toe. Who are you talking about? Edson, I'm sorry to hear that, Edson. Edson, that's an example. Edson. Edson says he's afraid to sign up because he signed up to other courses, specifically mentioned one program, and is still losing money. And that the difference is you're signing up to learn a gimmick. Gimmicks do not provide consistency. A true professional education will give you consistency. Okay, it's like, think of it like this. Everybody had to take the SATs in high school, right? A lot of people took SAT courses in preparation for that SAT test. Imagine you went to an SAT, you signed up for an SAT course, and you went to that class, You walked into the wrong classroom, and instead of learning the SATs, you sat down for a cooking class. You're being taught the wrong information. Of course, you're going to do poorly on the SAT. If you go and you get an education about trading and you're getting false information or not professional education, you're learning someone's gimmick, it's not something that could be applied across various asset classes and can be applied across various and multiple trading strategies. You're also dealing with people that as soon as you sign up, they don't care anymore about you. And I take great pride in my mentorship. That's why I do one-on-one mentors. That's why I do one-on-one sessions with our members. That's why I'm on a live stream at 10:30 p.m. with you guys. That's why every single day when the market closes, I'm posting a video recap of my day with both technical and mental lessons for you to learn from. Because I genuinely do care. I guarantee you, Edson, whoever you bought that other package from would not be doing a live stream with you for 2.5 hours on a Tuesday night, answering all of your questions directly, and then telling you that they'll give you a free one-on-one 1 hour of their time to answer all of your questions privately. I guarantee you that person doesn't even offer something like that. And that's the difference. That's the difference. No, Noble, it's no refund because, like I said, we give you access to everything. We give you access to everything. Yeah, Greg. Yeah, Greg. Greg Martin says, dude, this is a sales pitch. Yes, but it's real. I'm doing this. The whole reason why I'm giving 30% off is because I get so many messages from you guys on YouTube, on Twitter. I get so many messages. You guys are asking me all of these questions. And I'm like, damn, guys, come take all the courses, trade with me live. That's why I'm doing the 30% discount. Because I want you guys to take advantage of this market environment and not be scared of this market environment, because it's the best opportunity that I've seen since 2008. Yes, Sean. Text messages get sent out when I enter and exit trades, and then I call out all of my trades on the microphone in real time before I enter and exit those trades. Steven, we don't have right now. There's not a course on futures, but there will be in the very near future. No, Saberfly. I don't do that stuff. The chat room's open for free on Tuesdays for people to come in and check it out. But on Tuesday, the chat room is open, but I only want traders that are serious. I only want people that are serious about this. Guys, like I said, this isn't for everyone. This isn't for everyone. Yes, Jin, there are other traders besides me. There's other traders besides me. I'm not just the only trader. There's other professional traders that are in there as moderators. Well, the Scottish Beaver, the price got dragged down. The price of gold got dragged down with the markets because it was a blanket liquidation. When the markets were crashing, you just saw a deleveraging of a lot of positions, and people were just raising as much cash as they can, so everything was sold. But once the panic selling subsides, gold will start to act differently. Nice. Hey, Kelly, what's up? Nice, Fabio. Shorted Tesla last week. Nice job. Yep. Yeah. Hey, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? I just saw you in there. Yeah, Beaver. I traded Jay Nunn today in chat. I was long at 11:08, sold out the bulk of my position at 12:75. Nice. RVN E39. No, that's okay. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I think we're going to have a down day, but we'll see how gold starts to trade tomorrow. Nah, Jesse, it's my pleasure. Thanks for joining me on the stream, man. Have a good night. A lot, MacD. But MacD says, like, how much shorting have I done? I buy the TVIX a lot, so I go long the TVIX, which, I mean, if you know, when it's gone from like $50 to $600, I've been long the TVIX. I've been in SPY put options. We've been doing really well. Nice, Jeff. Guys, Jeff is a kick-ass DJ. If you guys want to listen to his radio station. Oh yeah, Ben TVIX is my favorite vehicle to trade. By far my favorite vehicle to trade. Vikram asks, how much dip in the Dow do I see in the coming days? Another couple thousand points. I think another couple thousand points. Nice, Kelly. Music to my ears. That's what I'm talking about. Kelly, I wouldn't wait though. I wouldn't wait till the virus passes, because when the virus passes, this volatility will start to slow a little bit. You want to take advantage of these 2,000 point swings in the market and the 30% discount. Aaron, about 2 to 3%. Day, it's possible. 17,000 is possible. It's definitely well within reach. MACD, I really haven't. We have a lot of traders that have been shorting ES, the S&P futures, but I have been buying the TVIX. I've been buying the TVIX. Glenn, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Valiant, just under 2. Yeah, I'll explain why the TVIX goes up. Ben, the TVIX is a leverage ETN that tracks the VIX. Okay? The VIX is a fear gauge. It measures fear and volatility in the market. So as the VIX goes up, the TVIX goes up twofold. Okay? Because it is a leveraged ETN. So it just tracks the VIX. The VIX measures fear and volatility. Obviously, during the stock market crash and the coronavirus, fear in the market, people are scared. The VIX has spiked. The VIX spikes, the TVIX spikes. That's the easiest way for me to explain it. Well, the TVIX, it is the ETN, Vikram. So it's the ETN for the VIX. Zach, I love Boeing long term. I bought some in my long term portfolio today. Jagannath, I can't short it, but people say that they can. But right now, I can't. Yeah, Noble Eagle. You're my new YouTube bro. Noble, I think I talk to you on the YouTube comments more than anyone. And if I think with the conversations that you and I have had on the YouTube comments, I would hope that you realize and recognize, how much I truly do care about our members, because you're not even a member, and I spend the time to communicate with you on YouTube, answer your questions, and we have some really good dialogue. So I really appreciate you being active on the YouTube channel and posting comments. Guys, comment on all my videos. Ask me questions. I answer every single one of your comments. Ask Noble Eagle. Noble Eagle will tell you I answer every single comment because he comments on almost all my videos. Noble, you've been trading a long time, man. Come and chat, trade with me. Tonight, Noble, I'm doing a 30% discount. Okay, but if you sign up tonight before midnight, I'm doing a free 1 hour one-on-one. You're an experienced trader. You say you've been trading since the 80s. I honestly would love to have a conversation with you. I love talking to all levels of all skill level traders, but the topics that I discuss with the newbie and the topics I discuss with the seasoned trader are different. So it'd be a pleasure to speak with you and bounce some ideas off of one each other. So Noble, I do hope that you take advantage of the discount, and I hope all of you take advantage of this discount and take advantage of the free one-on-one mentor session where we can talk about anything that you want to talk about. Misty Rose says, can a person start trading with $500 on a platform instead of starting with 2,000? Absolutely. Absolutely, you can start with $500. CJ, I think you're good. I think the market gaps down big tomorrow. The TVIX probably gaps over 600. I think you're good. Unless something happens overnight. Something might happen overnight and tomorrow morning. But if we are just left to trade freely, I think we gap down tomorrow. Yeah, we had a mod into Trading Up did a small account challenge. He started with $500 and he brought it up to 8,000. That's Jason, one of the moderators. Jason started with 500, brought it up to 8,000. Oh, TVIX is at 633. I didn't even look. I didn't even look, CJ. Let me check. Oh God, it's at 650. You're good, dude. Unless something crazy happens, you're good. Yeah, you're good, dude. Unless something crazy happens. Nice, Sarah. Be careful. Sarah's a healthcare worker. Sarah, stay safe. And I really appreciate the work that you're doing for everybody that's in need. So stay safe. No, Big Bala. No, you can use Thinkorswim. We don't. Absolutely. You can use whatever platform you want. So True Trading Group, your member dashboard is just where you enter the chat room, where you take all the courses, you read all the premium blog content, but you can trade with any platform. Nice, Kelly. Hell yeah. Guys, Kelly has grown their account from $140 to $2,000 in just the past 2 weeks using the knowledge that they've learned in time here with True Trading Group. They're short the SPY into tomorrow from the afternoon spike, so hope that goes well. Which, Kelly, I think that it will. Congratulations. That is one hell of an achievement. $140 to $2,000 in 2 weeks is absolutely incredible. A deadly no, that grill was fake. That's not a real grill. You're talking about the thumbnail at my last, the thumbnail in my last, my last video. No, that gold grill is not real. Yeah. Yes, a deadly. Or addedly. I think that's how you pronounce it. Guys, this is crazy. It's almost 11 o'clock and we still have hundreds of people on here. You guys are awesome. Well, as long as you guys are into it, I'm into it. We'll keep going for like another 15 minutes or so, guys. So if you have any questions, fire away. But again, guys, seriously, I really, William, I do. I think, thanks, Highway. Thank you. Guys, in all seriousness, I know we spent a lot of time together tonight. but it looks like we're going to have a big down day tomorrow. And I really think you guys would be doing a massive injustice to yourselves if you don't get serious about this. If you don't get serious about this and invest in yourselves, take it serious, get a professional education, because the opportunity truly is insane. I've been trading for 15 years now. I traded through 2008 and say almost 16 years actually. This is the biggest, the most volatility I've ever seen in my life. And it's potentially life changing. The kind of money that people are pulling out of the market, the moves that these stocks are making. Guys, there was a SPY option contract on Friday that within a 40-minute time period moved 1,000%. It moved 1,000% in a 40-minute time period. That is not normal. This is the opportunity that's out there. This is the opportunity that's out there. So this is the reason why, with everything that's going on, I have been bombarded on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube with questions from people. That's why I decided to do the TTG stimulus package, give 30% off. Okay, it's a 1-year all-inclusive membership. You guys get 30% off. You get access to every single piece of educational content that I have available, as well as immediate access to all future courses that come out down the road. Take advantage of this, guys. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm telling you, I'm going to wake up tomorrow. We're going to be down, I don't know, 1,800 points maybe tomorrow morning. And we're going to see the TVIX probably go to $720. I mean, this opportunity is insane. Come and chat, trade with me live, see what I'm doing. I'm with you guys every step of the way. You can DM me in chat. You can ask me questions. You have access to me. You have access to all the other moderators. You can ask all of us questions in chat, live, DM, privately, or openly in chat. I encourage it. That's how you learn. I encourage it. So take advantage of this 30% discount. Use coupon code TTGBM2020, and you have exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes left to sign up right now. Take advantage of this offer and get a free one-on-one mentor session with myself. My one-on-one mentor sessions, guys, are the real deal. Okay. I love the one-on-ones. We get to talk about whatever it is you want to discuss, your trading, certain topics, questions. I'm throwing that in for free if you guys sign up by tonight. You have exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes left to do it before that offer disappears. So take advantage of it, gang. It could be the difference between, you making enough money to pay your bills for the rest of the year or losing a bunch of money as the stock market goes down. The choice is yours. You can panic with the rest of your family members and coworkers as your 401ks diminish, or you could laugh while you profit more intraday than what you're losing in your long-term portfolios. The choice is yours. Panic with the rest of the crowd or benefit with the few. Yes, Big Mike, or I'm sorry, Big Kev. I'm sorry, the Big Kev. Yes, Fed meeting is tomorrow. No, Sam. No, 10 is not the maximum, Sam. In the description, I know it says up to 10. It's not the maximum. It just depends on how active we are. Sometimes in a single day, I can make 5 or 6 trades. Other times I might make 1 trade. It just depends on the day, how active I am. Edson, welcome. Welcome to the family, Edson. Nice. Segue, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Holdsworth says you're going to join me on Tuesday for free. Then you'll make a decision on the membership. No problem. Just know that you won't be able to get the free 1 hour one-on-one mentor session because that's only until tonight. So again, guys, I'm going to challenge you one last time, and then I'm going to go to bed because we got work to do tomorrow. I'm going to challenge you one last time. If you've got $3,000 in your trading account, I challenge you to take $1,000, invest it in yourself, take advantage of the 30% discount, and become a member of True Trading Group and trade with me live. Learn how to not only survive, but thrive during the stock market crash. Take advantage of the greatest opportunity that I've seen in my entire life. And what I think is a once-in-a-generation lifetime opportunity to build long-term wealth. I want you to then take the remaining $2,000, and I challenge you to make at least 7 to 10 times that within the first 6 months of your membership with True Trading Group, and I will be there every step of the way to help you do it. If you only have $500 in your trading account, I challenge you to turn that into $3,500 within the first 6 months of your membership. Not because these are random numbers I'm picking out of thin air, but because these are numbers that members are doing right now. I'm challenging you guys. You have 1 hour and 7 minutes left to take advantage of this deal and get the free one-on-one. Otherwise, tomorrow you're going to be looking at headlines. Dow crashes 2,500 points. And you're just going to look at your 401k and realize that you've lost money instead of make money. Take advantage, guys. I'm challenging you. You spend hours upon hours upon hours of watching my YouTube videos. It's time for you to put what you are learning to work so you can use it to actually benefit yourself. Guys, listen, I love the fact that you watch all my videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. But it's time that you get the rest of the education and put it to work. The YouTube channel is 15% of what you're going to learn as a member of True Trading Group. So I'm challenging you, you've already put in hours upon hours upon hours of watch time. Finish what you have started. You're already on your way if you are watching my live stream. You're already on your way if you comment on my YouTube videos. And if you've watched more than 3 of my videos, which probably 90% of you that are watching this live stream probably have, you're on your way there. Finish what you have started. You showed interest in trading. You showed interest in making money in the stock market. You've put the work in to watch these videos. Hell, it's 11 o'clock at night. You're not in bed. You're not watching Netflix. You're not playing with your dog or with your kids or playing video games. You're watching a live stream about how to make money in stocks. Finish what you have started. Get the entire True Trading Group education and be by my side day in and day out as we navigate these markets together and pull some kick-ass P&L out of the market so that when you sit down at the dinner table with your friends and family, but you sit down at work with your coworkers, when you guys all leave your quarantine and everyone's like, oh man, these few weeks sucked. You're like, not for me. I rode TVIX from 600 to 750. I bought SPY put options at 60 cents. Not 60 cents. They're trading way higher than that now. I bought SPY options at $3. I sold them at 15. That's what you're going to say to people. I'm challenging you guys. You have 1 hour and 5 minutes left to do it. Invest in yourself, gang. Invest in yourself. Take advantage. Get the 1 hour free, the free 1 hour one-on-one with me. And let's start to really kick some ass and take some names. Because I'm stoked for tomorrow. JM, I don't think they're going to shut down the market. I don't think they're going to shut down the markets. I don't think they will. Small cap reporter, I could not agree more. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had a network. I just lost internet. I'm not sure what the hell just happened. Sorry about that, guys. Not sure what just happened. I just lost internet. But I'm back on. All right. So that's it, guys. Sorry about to end like that, but we got a great live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, 30% off a one-on-one. 30% off a 1-year all-inclusive membership plan. Use coupon code TTGBM2020 to get that discount, and you have exactly 58 minutes left to sign up and get a free one-on-one mentor session with myself. I will see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Now, S. Strickling, it's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure. Thanks for joining me. The coupon code is right there. Sukhbir Sidhu. The coupon code is TTGBM2020. Yep, it's my pleasure. Nice. Sukhbir, listen, if you're sold and you're going to see me tomorrow, make sure you do it before midnight. You got 56 minutes. Because if you do it before midnight, you get a free one-on-one session with me. Okay? Nice, Glenn. Glenn, I look forward to seeing you in chat, bro. Thanks for joining me. All right, guys. You guys all have a wonderful evening. Get some rest. Because I think tomorrow is going to be a wild day. Thanks for joining me, guys, on this live stream. I love you guys as always. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell with your mouse. Make sure you don't miss out on any other times that I do these live streams or post other daily video recaps with both technical and mental lessons for each and every one of you. Thank you. I love you all. Invest in yourself and take advantage of the best opportunity that I have seen since 2008 and what I think is probably the best wealth building opportunity of our generation. See you guys in chat tomorrow. Later.